U.S. troops in the Middle East wait for what's next. Israel keeps fighting. Today, its forces expanded its invasion of Lebanon.
Castle in southern Lebanon follows days of intense fighting between Israeli forces and Iran-backed Hezbollah.
So, what's up, my fellow slaves to the internet world? I'm Nolan. This is the Know Nothing channel. Let's get into the video. This next video is giant news in the Middle Eastern conflict, and it's a wonder why it's not headlines all over the US. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why. It's our most powerful ally in the world. And, you know, they get a free pass from the American media. What's weird, though, is that you'll get more truth about the situations on the ground from the Israeli media than you do here at home. It turns out they're pretty open about their dreams of conquest in the Middle East. So Israel is continuing their invasion of Lebanon, pushing ground troops further into Lebanon than they had previously gone in the last Israel-Lebanese war, which took place sometime in the early 2000s. I don't know the exact date. And the West, as usual, is basically silent on it, which is strange considering every Israeli advance and every bomb drop strengthens the divide between Washington and Iran, making a long-lasting peace agreement that much further out of sight. A good question to ask is whether or not Israel even wants the U.S. to find an end to the conflict. And judging by this most recent news report, that answer is an astounding no, because as we know, Iran will not agree to anything as long as their proxy forces in the region are under attack by Israel. And Lebanon is considered one of those allies. Hezbollah is one of their allies.
Still, for Tehran, a key demand for talks is for the fighting in Lebanon to end.
Trump is attempting to conduct tough negotiations with Iran that will determine the future of Iran as well as the future of our country, which is kind of strange to say. But if no agreement is reached, the strait will remain closed and the prices will continue to soar and the American public will turn out to vote against the Republicans in the next elections. And so this continuation of the Israel invasion of Lebanon seems to fly right in the face of those very discussions, leading once again to a negative outcome for the United States because of direct actions taken by Israeli soldiers. Our greatest ally strikes again. Let's take a little look at Netanyahu's latest achievement in the Middle East.
Israeli ground troops in Lebanon captured a strategic castle, marking their deepest incursion to the country in 26 years. The last time the Israeli military were at the Beaufort Castle was in the tail end of their 18-year occupation in the year 2000, just before their withdrawal. This is part of a days-long expansion of military activity in Lebanon. Ground troops have pushed deeper into the country, and the airstrikes have certainly widened. It's unclear what the goal of this expansion is going to be.
I think we know exactly what the goal of this expansion is going to be. The term Greater Israel comes to mind, maybe. But for now, we all, I guess, just play stupid and pretend that the Israeli Defense Forces aren't stormtrooping their way across the Middle East in much the same manner that famous painter we all hate so much did in Europe. You know, the thing that led to the entire Western alliance along with Russia uniting and fighting a world war over. It also looks a lot like what we accused Putin of doing in his war against Ukraine. So I guess it's safe to say, if these were Russians bombing Lebanon, we would have put an end to it a month ago. But since it's our greatest ally, we have to support their illegal invasion, even if that means them tanking our peace talks with Iran that were meant to end the war that we are currently in. You know, the war that 70% of Americans didn't agree with starting in the first place. However, despite these recent advances by Israeli forces, Trump claims that peace agreements are very close.
It looks like they want to just make a deal. I don't think they have a choice. They're just going back to the internet because they're getting...
I guess that's why we started bombing them again and taking out more of their military assets, because the agreements are close. It's all very confusing, so it's a good thing Trump has never given us a reason to doubt the things that he tells us in press conferences.
New wars, that's very good. And I'm proud to be the first president in decades who started no new wars. That's very good.
So I say again, why is nobody talking deeply about this entire situation in the mainstream news? I mean, this is one of the biggest barriers to us finding a peace agreement with Iran. It's Israel's conquest in Lebanon.
But attacks have certainly increased since a nominal ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon went into effect in April 17. On top of that, these attacks come just a couple of days before Lebanon and Israel are set to meet at the State Department in Washington, D.C. to continue negotiations, where Lebanon is hoping to reach a complete ceasefire before they go into negotiations and talks over a whole list of other things, including Israeli withdrawal and disarming Hezbollah.
Oh yeah, baby. They have talks scheduled for next week, so they better go out and drop as many bombs and capture as much land as they possibly can before that deadline hits, and that's what you're seeing. They ramp up the carnage right before they do negotiations. That's how they do it. That's how America does it.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the capturing of the Beaufort Castle was a dramatic shift in policy. It is unclear to what extent Israel is going to continue expanding their attacks and where the end goal is.
So they consider a further ground incursion by troops to be a major policy shift. And I don't see how. It actually seems to be pretty on par for their operational strategy for the past 3 years. That this is very clear to what extent Israel will go in this conflict and to what direction they're moving. And I call it the Gaza tactic. They want to capture as much land as they can, bomb it to oblivion, force civilians out, make it uninhabitable, destroy Hezbollah, and then hold the ground, claiming that they are holding it to ensure that it is safe for civilians to return to. The unfortunate thing for the Lebanese civilians is that they aren't the civilians that the cities are being made safe for. If you thought you were going to be allowed back into your home, you must be smoking some good hashish. No, they're making the ground safe for Israeli settlers to move in. Greater Israel Project.
Not your homeland. It's the Jewish homeland. And one day it's all going to be ours. And the Arabs know that. They also have the Bible.
So your dream is an Israel stretching from the Euphrates to the Nile?
So it's not my dream. It's a prophet that we got, from Abraham.
So the mission is to expand Israel from what it is today.
Also, yes.
To expand into Syria,
Yeah.
into Egypt,
Yeah.
expand into Syria,
Yeah.
into Egypt,
Yeah.
into
1,000 families, you'll see them today marching, are ready to move now with our children to move into the Gaza area right away, because we believe that this is the way to bring quiet, peace, to put an end.
What an absolutely disgusting ideology. The goal here is greater Israel. Israel is expanding its borders in multiple directions, trying to eat up as much land as it can while it still can before Trump is out of office. Because once Trump is out of office, America's support for Israel is gone. And they know that. And they have to do what they can while they still can. And that's what you're seeing right now. That's why they're being very blatant about it. That's why they're hitting all these different countries in a very short period of time. They're trying to do as much as they can while they still can. Once Trump is gone, bye-bye support for Israel. Bye-bye AIPAC. The American public is tired of it. And that's all I got. So, yeah, if you liked anything that you saw in this very, very short video, please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Catch me next time on the Know Nothing channel. I'm Nolan. Thanks for watching. I love you.